Hello everyone. So today we're going to compare two different strengths of Tylenol. Infant Tylenol and children's Tylenol. They're all kids, right? What's the difference? So I have infant Tylenol over here. Here's a product box. Yeah, it has a baby on it. This is children's Tylenol. Ta-da! I lost the box, but you can see over here it says children's Tylenol, okay? And if you're really very math savvy, and all parents should be, because that's how you give your child medicine, this product you can find usually at the corner, 80 milligram per ml, right? So the more concentrated form is always infant Tylenol for little babies, and this is children's Tylenol. So if I lost the product, the box, but usually always at the little corner here, it tells you 160 milligram per 5 ml. So if you work it out, it's about 32 milligrams per ml. Okay, so what's the real difference? When you have a little baby, I have a 4-month-old, he's about 8 kilo right now. So, and he had a fever, and that's why I sound congested, because, you know, once one person's sick, even with really good hand hygiene and precaution, when you have a toddler running around at home, the whole family gets those vicious daycare germs, right? So when you have a Tylenol, you take out the product. It comes with, you know, instructions that a lot of people don't read. It comes in a little small bottle like this. So mine is white grape flavored. It also comes in cherry flavored, but who cares? Because you're giving it to your little infant anyway, and they won't like anything you put in their mouth unless it's milk. And when they're sick, even breast milk or formula maybe doesn't entice them as much. But so buy whichever is on sale, flavor wise. So at 80 milligram per ml, usually you will go with the product box. On the back, it tells you how much the child weighs. So according to this, at 8 kilo, I'm supposed to give him 1.5 mils, which I don't want to, because the secret is the dose range is 10 milligrams per kilo to 15 milligrams per kilo per dose. So my baby is 8 kilo, so 8 times 10, 80 milligrams, right? 1 mil is enough. But if I want to go with a higher dose, then I'll go with a product. 1.5 mil, it's still within the upper dose range of normal. So really, it's up to you. If your kid has a high fever, or you want it to work a bit longer, you know, without disturbing yourself, then hey, go with a upper dose if you want, but just don't go over. Okay, so what you do is you shake this, okay? It doesn't hurt to shake, right? But not too viciously, because then you get all that air bubble in there, and it's just really annoying, and it takes up your real drug space, so you don't know how much you're actually giving. So push down, right? It's child proof, and when you're sick, sometimes it's adult proof too. The good thing about this design is that the hole on the top is different from the hole on top of the children's Tylenol. This hole is good. It fits all kinds of oral syringes. So you can just jab it in there, okay? And it forms the seal. You turn it around and it's not leaking, la la la, which is awesome. The last thing you want to do is having a sticky mess, you know, all over whichever medication surface you're trying to use to prepare the medicine. So you withdraw to the 1 mil mark. I usually go a little bit over, because you're gonna get air bubble in there. I don't know if you can see. There's air bubble in there. So I went over the 1 mil mark. Okay, tap, tap, tap. The air goes out. Okay, but now it's less, so I just shake, 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 get a bit more. There you go, 1 mil, right? So then we turn this upside down, we take it out, ta-da, there's your Tylenol. And when you're giving the Tylenol to your kid, always to the side of the cheek, right? So my kid never opens his mouth. Maybe I'll show you later if you're interested. He just goes like this. And I just put this in. Here, let me show you. And let me not waste product. So pretend this is air. His mouth is closed. I just go. Because it just went in. And then I go slowly. A little bit, and usually it comes out right in the front. And they're like, because they don't know how to swallow. They haven't really lost the tongue thrust thing for breastfeeding yet. So maybe bottle feeders are better. So, but that's why you go very slow and you go bit by bit. Side of the cheek prevents choking a little bit better than if you do directly onto the tongue. Never directly onto the tongue, because sometimes it's too fast and just and they choke, right? You don't want your kids to choke. So side of the cheek, I just jab it in this. I don't care if they don't open their mouth. Oh, I just had gross. I just drank a bit of this Tylenol. It's a bit bitter. Very bitter. Gross. Okay, so that's why they are spitting it out. Yeah, I just go slowly and slowly, and depends on you. Sometimes I just feed them right away. I breastfeed, so then it rinses their mouth of that bitter taste. But if you're doing formula, hey, even better. You can pour a bit of the formula out. You can rinse this and withdraw and do the same, right? So you're feeding them a bit of a formula, kind of rinse their mouth a little bit so they don't have that bitter aftertaste. And I should go drink something too to like wash this taste. But it's not that horrible. I've had worse. Okay, so that's infant Tylenol for 8 kilo. It's easier. But if you're broke, and if you're really, really broke, first of all, you wouldn't pay for brand name Tylenol anyway. Just go for a generic brand. You can use children's Tylenol. It's not recommended because it's a lot more hard work for you. Because a price per milligram is cheaper for children's than for babies, right? It makes sense because they have to invest more, put more research in to make it concentrated, right? So this one, and the flavoring for children's is has more variety, like banana flavor, white grape, bubble gum. My kid likes bubble gum. He doesn't like cherries or white grape. And sometimes, you know, toddlers are picky and they alternate, right? Today they like bubble gum, tomorrow they like white grape. Whatever, just toddlers. So this one is 160 milligram per 5 mil, right? So my beautiful 8 kilo is really good because I need 80 milligram, which is exactly half of the 5 mil. So I need 2.5. The bad thing with this is it doesn't go in. This is another oral syringe. So all oral syringes are pretty much standardized. They have the same opening. I don't know why they design it like this. I mean, come on, Tylenol people, just make it like this bottle. I'll pay a bit more to make my life easier, right? Unless I know that they really want me to go for the infant Tylenol because it's more expensive. So what you do is it comes with a cup. And it's only marked at the doses that's recommended on the box. So if your doctor prescribed you another dose, too bad. No, you just ask your pharmacist, they'll usually give you a syringe. So if you are using it for your little babies, which I don't recommend because it's, you know, more work and harder, you can ask them for a syringe that's graduated. So this is a 6 mil one. If you're really doing it on babies, you can probably ask for a 3 mil one. So even for mine, I'll ask for a less one. So it's thinner and the marking is bigger, right? So if I use the children's bottle for my 8 kilo, 80 milligrams, 2.5 mils. If you're ever confused, push the syringe all the way down. 0 starts at where your 0 starts here. So you see here is top of the black plunger, right? All the way back. So don't care about the dead space, okay? Because the baby's not gonna get it anyway, unless you're syringing more water in to wash it out. So that's 1 mil, 2 mil, 2.5. You know, compared to this, right? Enough visual? Yeah, so this one is a lot more. And you're doing it slowly, right? So patience. 10 minutes later, you're still pushing on the last mil. And you can't do it straight, so you have to pour it out into this bottle, into this little cup that they give you, or any kind of small container, and you withdraw it like this, okay? You do it, and you always have to pour more than you need to get to the same dose, get the air bubble out, and keep drawing. So it's just inconvenient, and you're giving more volume. So some really, really picky people will say, oh, you're giving more volume? That little extra 1.5 mil should be formula, right? Should be breast milk, because this doesn't help with their dehydration, right? Breast milk does. And if it's really dehydrated, they should be in the hospital getting IV drips to rehydrate them. So anytime you don't see any wet diapers, especially for longer than 4 to 6 hours, it's time to go to emerge. So yeah, that's the main difference between infant Tylenol and children's Tylenol. Okay, can't use decongestants, right? Because they're too little, and there are cases of people, you know, their heart rate go too fast and the babies can't handle it, and they just, unfortunate things happen to them that no parents want to happen to their child, especially when you're investing in brand name Tylenol. Anyway, so yeah, no decongestants. And for the breastfeeding moms, I feel for you. Congested, no decongestants, because it goes in the breast milk, because you know that's what true love is. You just suffer for your kid endlessly. Anyway, so that's it for today. Hope that helps your little question about, you know, what's the difference between children's and infant Tylenol. So the concentration is different, so volume works out to be different, and flavoring, right, and price. Okay, see ya.